Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How is it possible that human can interact with a jinn? Well, remember, jinns are just like angels, capable of doing shape-shifting. They can shift from one form to another form. Quran tells us that in the original form of jinns, you cannot see them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that the jinns and their tribes can see you, but you cannot see them. However, through the process of shape-shifting, jinns can appear in other forms. We have reports of jinns appearing in the form of snakes. I've discussed and I've shared with you several of those stories on this channel. Similarly, jinns can also appear in some of the other forms of animal forms. And some jinns are also capable of coming in human form. Not all jinns can do shape-shifting, because jinns are also of different types that we have also discussed on this channel. So when we're talking about the shape-shifting jinns, especially the jinns that can appear in the human form, there is a story that is talked about in the Quran, and also a story that is being talked about in the books of Hadith. Quran talks about Shaitan appearing as Suraqa ibn Malik on the day of the Badr. In fact, he is the one who convinced Abu Jahl, who refused to go to the Badr, fearing that Suraqa ibn Malik and his tribe will attack Makkah when Abu Jahl takes the entire Meccan army to the battlefield of Badr. So Shaitan, Iblis, appeared in the form of Suraqa ibn Malik and convinced Abu Jahl that I will go with you so that you can be assured that I will not attack Makkah while you're away. Also, the Suraqa ibn Malik's form Shaitan took, he ran away. Shaitan ran away, Iblis ran away from the battlefield of Badr when he saw Jibreel alayhi salam and his army of angels. Also, in the books of Hadith, we see that Shaitan shape-shifted in human form and appeared a few years earlier than the Battle of Badr, when Prophet ﷺ was still in the city of Mecca. This time, Iblis came in the form of Sheikh al-Najdi, a mountaineer sheikh. Well, between the two stories, we can see that he can shapeshift in different forms. He doesn't always shapeshifts in the same form. He can wear different kinds of clothes. He can take different kinds of appearances. And he's not alone, there are other jinns who can do the same. When it comes to angels, angels can also shapeshift. But unlike jinns, angels do not have nafs, do not have the shahwa. They do not have the gender. On the other hand, jinns have gender. Jinns can reproduce where angels cannot reproduce. They don't even have any urge of reproducing. But angels can also appear in human form. We do have a few stories in the Quran. For example, the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, where angels, not one, not two, but more than two angels appeared to Ibrahim alayhi salam as humans. And Ibrahim alayhi salam initially did not recognize any one of them. In fact, he went and he brought food for them to eat. When they refused to eat, Ibrahim alayhi salam got a little fearful that who are these strangers? Because traditionally in Arabia, strangers who would be travelers would eat, and only the enemies would refuse to eat. So at that time, angels revealed to Ibrahim alayhi salam that we are angels. And then the same angels appeared in the human form to Lut alayhi salam. Now, when they were in the house of Ibrahim alayhi salam, they could be seen by Ibrahim alayhi salam and also by his wife Sarah. When the same angels entered the city of Lut alayhi salam, they could be seen by Lut alayhi salam, by his family, and also by the people in the city. So they appeared in the normal human form. They could be seen by anybody. Also, we see in the Quran, angel Jibreel alayhi salam came in the human form to Maryam, the mother of Isa alayhi salam. And if you look at the books of Hadith, you will find Jibreel alayhi salam sometimes appearing as Dahya Kalbi, one of the companions of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, especially after the Battle of Ditch. And then he was heading, and Aisha radiallahu anha also thought it was Dahya And the Prophet ﷺ said, no, it was Jibreel who came to meet me and tell me that why have you taken your armor? Allah wants you to continue and fight against the enemies of Islam who betrayed you right in the middle of the battlefield, and they were supposed to be your allies. But that's a different part, or details of Sirah. We also see that Jibreel alayhi salam would appear in the form of Dahya, and Sayyidina Hassan radiallahu anhu as a child would assume that this is Dahya, but it would be Jibreel. And Jibreel alayhi salam also appeared in other forms, a very famous hadith, the hadith of Jibreel, in which companions saw a man who came and met the Prophet, but they have never seen this man before. He looked like a man not from the region, but there was no sign of any travel on this man. He came to the Prophet ﷺ, asked many questions. Prophet ﷺ responded to his questions, and after each response, he assured that the response was correct. That was extremely difficult for the companions to comprehend, that how is it possible that somebody would ask a question and he would already know the answer, and after hearing the answer will reassure the answer that the answer is correct. And then when the Jibreel left, Prophet ﷺ told his companion, this was Jibreel, he came to teach you your religion. So we see that there are different stories of angels coming in other forms. Similarly, angels appearing in the Battle of Badr, which could be seen by the shaitan, Iblis. He saw Jibreel alayhi salam descending down on his horse. Now, what kind of horse he would be riding, Allah knows the best. But angels could only be seen on that day by the disbelievers. Only the disbelievers, the mushrikeen of Mecca, could see. We see stories where one of a very massive person from Arabia is being taken away by a very feeble and thin and not very strong companion, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu. So somebody asked this massive guy, this small stature, thin guy is taking you, you can easily throw him away and run. He said, what small guy are you talking about? He said, the one on your right. He said, no, I am more concerned about the one on the left who is holding my arm, and if I run away from him, he will crush my skull. What nobody else could see, but this one particular person was able to see that angel who was taking him away. Similarly, there are so many other stories of angels appearing in forms. Sometimes they would appear in dimensions where only disbelievers could see. Now, sometimes they would appear in dimensions where only Prophet ﷺ could see. So there are different examples in the Quran, which is another topic. We can probably talk about it some other time, where the Quran and the Hadith talk about multi-dimensions, objects in the same space, but maybe in different dimensions, or are in different dimensions. And some people are given the sight to see through the multi-dimensions, and some people are unable to see through multiple dimensions. But that's for another day. I hope this answers your question and help you understand that how jinns can interact with the human beings. And this is an offshoot of a topic that we talked about, the Queen of Sheba. How could she be partially a jinn? And you know what I brought forth to you, it wasn't my opinion. Like people were questioning on the TikTok or even on the YouTube, how can you say such a thing? How can you bring such a thing? If you notice, everything I brought to you, there was nothing from me. I cited the sources, I cited the individuals, I cited the books. So just so that you know, these are not my opinions. This is the information that's written in the books that I have compiled and brought to you. So anyway, inshallah, we will talk about it again in a different context. Can humans marry jinn? But that's next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Put your comments down below in the comment section below. There are some questions in the pipeline, have been asked over and over again about waq, If you are from the Horn of Africa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, inshallah, that video will also be coming will be coming soon. There are a lot of questions about the book of Enoch. We'll talk about that, its chapters, the hidden information. Where did that book come into place? Who wrote it? Which churches recognize it? Which churches do not recognize it? In brief, what kind of information may be found in the book of Enoch and how credible it is. But that's for another day. Till next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Put your comments in the comment section below. I do not know, since I'm in the United States of America, I do not know if TikTok gets banned. I will be able to post on TikTok or not from America. So if you are watching this video on TikTok and you want to continue to be with us, and after January 19th, I am unable to post to TikTok, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Thinking Muslim, where I'll continue to post the videos for you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us gain knowledge and benefit from it. Till next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.